Cheers, happy Friday to you. Well, we've learned one lesson tonight. It's not to predict what happens in the WSL. Interesting, spicy, lively, brilliant at times, rubbish at others game there on a Friday night from Manchester United against Arsenal, of course. It ends all square 2-2. And a tale of two halves as well. You look at the stats, and we'll get there in 1 second, but can you first of all please subscribe? Please subscribe, and please get in the comments as well. Let me know what you think about the game tonight. Let me know what you think about all things going on now that the WSL has returned. And anything that you'd like to add, you know where I'm at for a little bit of a chat in the old comment section. Give us a like as well if you don't mind, but importantly, please subscribe. Muchas gracias. And cheers to that. Anyway, when you look at the stats of Manchester United against Arsenal, just at that full-time whistle, it was a kind of evenly fair result. At times Arsenal looked dominant, and then at times they were just outplayed by Manchester United, who are working their socks off. They did never give up. They absolutely gave it 110%. And it was quite an interesting watch. I'm not surprised by Manchester United. I think it's so easy to look at Russo leaving the side and saying that they won't be the same team without her, but they've replaced her so well. You know, Jay, I think I've loved her for quite some time. Has a lot to show for. And we expected a little bit more tonight. At times she could have been better. She had her moments, she had her chances. I think she'll be brilliant for Manchester United this season. But Leah Galton, once again, just the understated brilliant player for Manchester United every single time. Rachel Williams as well, been around for a long time, but come on, does her job. And you can't get, she's a machine. She's an absolute tank. You actually look at Elstead for Arsenal, the centre back, she gets hammered by Rachel Williams at some point. Anyway, let's talk about the goals. It was Arsenal, of course, who opened the scoring with Stina Blackstenius, and a brilliant goal, very well taken from her as well. Dare I say maybe the best goal that we've seen from Stina in the WSL in terms of how she takes it. She composes herself, she finds a bit of confidence, and she finds the back of the net. A really good ball from Steph Catley as well. So it was a very good goal from Stina to open the scoring, and then it was 1-1. So Arsenal's new keeper, in comes D'Angelo. I don't know if you've seen Jonas Eidevall's press conference, but it's so similar to Mikel Arteta's press conference when it comes to David Raya and Aaron Ramsdale. So Manuela Zinsberger has been Arsenal's number one for the last few seasons. Of course. He's brought in D'Angelo, he's started her tonight, and she had a horror show with that second goal. She's meant to be brilliant with her feet, completely comes out of her box, misses the ball, and Leah Galton just gets control, lovely turn, and finds the back of the net. It's an embarrassing clanger of a first game to have for Arsenal, and I now definitely think that Zinsberger comes back in as the number one. Good to see the switch up happened. I was interested to see what D'Angelo can do, and it's just one mistake. You know, it was a bad one and a bad game for it to happen in, and I think nobody expected or saw that coming. But Zinsberger for me, I think is still safe hands in goal. To be fair, and D'Angelo will get another run. But Jonas said in his press conference, the pre-match clip, he was talking to the reporter, and he said, you know, we could be a team to make changes in the goal mid-game. And the reporter was like, oh, like Mikel Arteta said that as well. And he's like, did he say that as well? I was like, yeah, it was pretty big news. Anyway, bad game for D'Angelo. Third goal for Manchester United. Who scored the second goal? God, it's late. God, right, hold on. It's gone out of my head. Stina? Leah Galton. Oh, Mallard, of course, Melvine Malard. She came on again, fresh from Lyon, incredible player. You look at her stats over the last couple of seasons, 4 goals in the Champions League last season, something like 13 goals as well in the league last season as well for Lyon, and she just, confidence, absolutely right on. Well done her. Melvine Malard, I think, is going to be excellent for Manchester United this season. And then Chloe Lacasse comes on as a substitute. Funnily enough, Emma Byrne was in commentary duty, and we worked together for Arsenal at the Emirates for the Liverpool game. And for me, I was saying this to my husband when we were sitting watching the game tonight, and I was like, Lacasse, I thought for me was one of the standout players at the Emirates. He didn't really see that. He's at a different area watching the game. His standout players were Steph Catley and Kim Little at the Emirates. And I was like, I thought Lacasse had a really good game. She looked sharp, she looked physical. And she comes on, but that goal was just absolutely magnificent. You know, absolutely stunning from her. And what an incredible goal in such a crucial moment as well, into stoppage time. Chloe Lacasse making it 2-2. Also, what about Alessia Russo? I mean, it's like a love to hate, isn't it? Of course, leaving Manchester United, I didn't expect her to get booed. I didn't think we were at that level in the WSL, okay, guys? No, it's a bit of fun. It's fun. It was nothing malicious. Every time she touched the ball, Russo got booed, but there was that moment where she hit the woodwork. An incredible piece of skill from her, to be fair, holding up the ball, making that run, seeing through 3 Manchester United defenders and making the shot, and she just hit the post. And I thought, okay, it could have been written in the stars there for Alessia Russo, but not to be. I wonder your thoughts on Russo as well, because I think she's an incredible player. I love her, but I feel like the confidence could be ever so slightly low at this moment in time. You know, I expected a little bit more at the Emirates. Suppose she'll be finding her feet. I think the Arsenal squad are all finding their feet and gelling as one. There's been a lot of signings in the summer. 6 changes to Jonas Cedeval's side tonight, which was quite interesting. But Manchester United, I just think they work so hard. I think they're a very strong side, and you will not underestimate them this season. That was a probably unfair result for them. They probably felt they should have come away with all 3 points, and actually, until Lacasse's goal, they did fully deserve all 3 points, but she was the difference in that moment in time, and it was a crucial goal for Arsenal. For Arsenal to lose the opening game of the season, to be out of the Champions League, and to take a point tonight is a really bad start to the season, when they cannot afford a bad start to the season when you look at the investment that's gone in the summer transfer window. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen next for Arsenal as well. And looking at the table, had they have lost that game tonight, they would have been 5 points behind already, which would have been a disaster, an absolute disaster. Also, Jonas Cedeval getting his new contract as well. So there was no time. There was no time for mistakes tonight. So a good point from Arsenal in the end. And Manchester United both feel cheated out of that, that's for sure. Looking ahead to this weekend as well, we've got City against Chelsea, haven't we? So that should be an interesting game in terms of how the table is looking. Looking forward to that. Listen, let me know your thoughts. You can jump in the comments. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And what a nice Friday night to sit and watch the footy. Bye.